So the proposed Muslim registry that Trump has mentioned several times during campaign trail, and some of his staff officials and people working more closely with him have also mentioned, would basically propose or create a registry of Muslim men, or maybe all Muslims in the United States. They might be asked to do extra screening in airports when they come in. They might be asked to check in regularly with the local US CIS office or something along those lines, because specifics have not been revealed yet. So it's a contentious issue, it's a polarizing issue, and there are really honestly good arguments on both sides. First of all, under George Bush, such registry was done already. And more recently, when Trump talked about this registry, he actually seemed to be talking about almost a mirror version of what George Bush used to have right after 9/11. And people tend to forget that the Muslim registry, as done by George Bush's administration, was actually in force until 2011 or so. And then Obama eventually made it dormant. And then within the last couple of weeks, Obama, right before leaving office, actually insisted that it is completely deleted from the servers, that it is completely shut down. But it was sitting there dormant for some 5 years or so. So argument against the registry is simply that it promotes discrimination, profiling. It might even serve as a potential recruitment tool, some people say, to violent groups like Al-Qaeda and ISIS, who could say, look how America treats Muslims, they are treated differently, they're asked to register, they're asked to check in local authorities. So these are the arguments against it. And reason why Obama's administration eventually decided to shut it down and then actually, for lack of a better word, deleted recently, is because they thought it wasn't really that effective. There are better ways to monitor potential terrorists. You don't need to monitor all Muslims, and they saw more harm than good, and that's why they stopped doing this registry. Arguments for the registry, such as we see coming from Trump's supporters and Trump's people close to him, are that we need to do something to deal with terrorism, and until we figure out the radicalization process, why some people radicalize, others do not, we could have such registry. And plus, such registry has been done before under George Bush, and there's more to it. But I would say it's a contentious issue, and in Muslim communities themselves, groups like CARE, which is like ACLU for Muslims, ACLU proper, of course, will be strongly against it, and so will other people, many other people, and there will be a number of people who will strongly support it. And this is an issue that will not go away, and it will be debated, I expect, early on in Trump's administration.